Greetings, Portia Zaraya. So last week I talked about the submissive woman. So this week I want to talk about the makings of a man. Now, of course, I know I'm not a man, I'm all woman, but I want to talk to you based on my observance and my overall experience with men. So being an independent woman has one valuable fact. She's doing it all by herself. And there's nothing wrong with being strong, but even the strong get weary. Allow and expect that man to be a man, to step into position and be a provider. I'm sure you can do bad all by yourself, but why bother when he's expected to do good for the both of you? Men, you also have to know your worth, as well as we ladies. If you don't stand firm and take the lead, you're ultimately telling that lady you can't. And by doing so, you give up your power or forfeit the crown, which would be a war trying to get it back. So for instance, ladies, have you ever been in a situation where you respected, loved, and treated him like a man? You did everything you're expected to do as a woman, but there was one problem. He was not yet a man. You felt as if you had to train him or guide him into manhood. And this can be exhausting, especially for the professional woman. A man that puts forth every effort excites me. Who can come against his quest for greatness, life, and love? His determination and ambitious mind cannot be shunned, and he laughs at any who oppose his journey. I acknowledge his presence, and I call him blessed simply because he's aware of who he is. A man created to be a lover, a protector, a provider. This means physically, emotionally, and mentally, he shields his woman, his lady love. A man's word is his bond, and his actions are his signature. And when her desires are recognized and her necessities are acknowledged, he needs no prompting or reminding to meet them. He simply does. So, gentlemen, what do women want? It's simple. We want a man that does without being told or asked or directed. His love is never shallow, and her smile is his daily sunshine. He shuns anyone who brings negativity into their kingdom, and he listens to her and her views and takes them into consideration before making decisions. Now, everything in life is a lesson, and one cannot become a man without mistakes, without triumphs and defeats, experiences, and no one and nothing is perfect. So if you're not learning, you're not growing, and that can leave you stagnant. Now, there is a warning. Don't become the man whose well has run dry. He becomes thirsty and desperate, looking at every avenue and every possible way to quench his thirst. He is ruthless, deceitful, and wicked. Beware his tongue, for it cracks every time he opens his mouth. He will stop at nothing to be recognized as the victim. And they say, when a woman's fed up, but oh, a man who has lost his sunshine is a sight to see. When it's all said and done, we women do not want you men to be what we want you to be. We simply want you to be the men that you were created to be. Now that's television. Let's just make sure it's the right one. Portia Zaraya.